Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of MacMerlin's Porting via Ports. Tonight is going to be actually a little bit different because I am still stuck on last week's port. So to help ease me into this situation, I have prepared some good friends. The usual stuff, actually. Will not actually be drinking any port today, but just finishing up some old alcohol that's just been wasting away. So the first thing I'll be drinking is mead. This is from Hierophant Brewery, or I guess it's not a brewery, it's a meadery, which is located in southern Washington, just off the cusp of Portland, Oregon. And, if I ever change my mind about it, I'll be moving on to Yellowtail Rosé. But yeah, I figured these have just been sitting around on my shelf. It's time to finish them up so I can try something else. So yeah, let's turn on some music for all of you. We'll ease right into it. More Aussie drink. Hey, I've been drinking Bundaberg for quite a while. I gotta do something local, You guys don't know what mead is? Mead is basically one of the oldest drinks in the world. It's fermented honey instead of fermented grapes like red wine and white wine. That's good stuff. There we go. Yeah, I think I can do one more glass of that. Yeah, tonight's going to be more of a chill stream. As I said earlier, we'll be continuing the port from last week since I failed so hard. I've actually been poking at it just a little bit more so I wouldn't be so caught off guard, but unfortunately, despite my poking, I do have information, just not enough information to really get stuff going. So we'll see. For those of you just joining in, what you are seeing in front of me is the Xeno 75% and is my current, go-to board. I've been waiting for a 75% for the longest time, and I just couldn't wait any longer. Just had to build this even without those C3 stabs that I really wanted, or the GMK Olivia++. Right now it's running EPBT black on white with the enter key and spacebar from GMK Clueboard. Yes, Clueboard has a GMK set specific for the 66 layout, but I figured I'd just borrow these two keys. Add some more color to an otherwise all-white board. Let's see, who is here tonight? I see a Zark, I see a Duncan Yo-Yo, and an awesome arghh. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. Let's see, just as a recap of what we did last week. A few weeks ago, a gentleman from China, you guys may have heard of him, Exclusive, he's quite popular keyboard designer, sent me a few PCBs to get back into QMK. Awesome, arghh, thanks for following, and thanks for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thanks, man. Yeah, so as I was saying, he sent me a bunch of PCBs. He sent me 2 hot swaps, a soldered. This is the other hot swap, which I put creams on. All that good stuff. Oh, so much. Duncan Yo-Yo says, you are making me want to go out and find some mead. Dude, this is really good stuff. I didn't start drinking mead till about... maybe the first time I had mead was in 2015. But it's not something you can readily find. Yeah, so I've got these 3 PCBs. And I started porting this particular PCB, and if you guys go back and watch that stream, I believe that I coded it up properly, but as soon as I flashed it, there are only 4 keys that worked, and those 4 keys were A, H, O, and Y, just enough to spell Ohio and ahoy. So yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. So over the course of the last week, I actually reached out to Exclusive and I'm like, hey man, can you send me the hex files for these things? Like, I might have botched things up. He did not send me the hex file, but he did send me the KB firmware JSON. And using those files, I concluded that I did get the switch matrix completely correct. Like, I had like one key off, but everything else was identical. So my switch tracing was good. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, why not? So I flashed the JSON, or I actually copied over the KB firmware QMK firmware directory, and I generated a hex file from that, flashed it on the board, still did not work. And I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? So then I went on KB firmware and generated the hex file there, and that also didn't work. And I was just sitting there, I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Nothing works, but yet he swears these are the files, and this is exactly the switch matrix. So I started digging around a bit more. I started testing on the soldered PCB, mainly because the soldered PCB has a reset button right there. I didn't have to like short things manually anymore. And what I discovered was interesting. In order to get the hex file to work, I actually needed to connect to QMK Toolbox so I could clear the EEPROM and erase the content of the flash, and then flash the KB firmware generated hex file. And my success rate for that is maybe 1 out of 6 times, which is really, really odd. And in addition to that, I had to reset the board twice. Like, you know, like after you flash your hex file on, you're supposed to take it out of reset and put it back in, right? In some cases, I needed to pull out the cable, plug it in, pull out the cable, and plug it back in again. So I am very suspicious that perhaps most of my issues are hardware related. But I'm also kind of bummed out because I was like, well, that's breaking one PCB. Surely it won't break the other, right? I was wrong. All 3 PCBs exhibit the same issues. And I'm like, well, crap. Well, crap. I don't know what to do. So tonight I will be poking away at this again, just figuring out what to do. I have the original firmware files from KB firmware. I have a unadulterated firmware file built from the source of KB firmware, and now I have the code that I wrote myself. All 3 have limited usability. Reason on Twitch, thanks for joining in. You are probably watching a very different QMK porting stream. This one's a stream in which I am guessing for most of it. Let's see. Here, all 3 PCBs are pretty much dead. So which is why I said I have 2 bottles of wine to accompany me tonight. Yeah. Alright. There. So most of the work you guys will be seeing is not coding. It's just me trying to flash stuff on. You're guessing for most of it. Well, that's the thing. It's like I'm pretty confident in my switch matrix at this point, just because Exclusive pretty much sent me like the exact same files. So it's not my code. It's something else altogether. I also noticed that my compiler was way out of date, so I even updated that just to make sure, and nope, no difference whatsoever. I was on 7.2, I'm now at, here, let me just check really quick. I'm at 7.04, okay. It was 7.04, and then now it's at 7.05. So yeah, I may very well not accomplish anything tonight. But I think that's pretty much happens whenever you're coding. You're coding and you don't know what's going on. So I will say, we will keep going with this guy right there. You can accomplish 2 bottles of wine. That's very true. I can, yeah. Very, very true. All right, we are going to, let's see. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions about keyboards or the process that I'm doing right now, feel free to ask, because I could definitely use some of the distraction. While I try and think of ideas on like how to do this. All right. It's not so much a build stream, but more of a debugging stream, unfortunately. Hey, at least my LEDs work, right? Oh my gosh, Keebio subscribed to Tier 1. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Awesome Augie said, what is your favorite silent switch? Oh my word. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god, Keebio, thank you so much for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. Let's see, congratulations to Zelios13, Avantgardist, Chalix, and who's the last one there? Axot and Mtro F Time. Thanks, man. Thank you and congratulations to those 5 lovely people. Dang, man. Thank you. That is quite the distraction. Everyone make sure you say thank you to him. Alright, we are going to flash this board one more time with my latest firmware. Not that I think it's gonna work, but you know. Doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, I sincerely think there was something odd with Exclusives firmware. I mean, with Exclusives hardware. Just because this isn't the only exclusive board that I've ported to QMK. Oh, look at that. It works. What? Why does this suddenly work? Why does this suddenly work? Here, let me show you guys. Well, I was getting it to work every now and then, so I'm not exactly surprised here. See, check it out, check it out. See? And then, check it out. When I go ahead and reflash it with the exact same file. Here. Let's reflash it with the exact same file. Here, I'm erasing it, and then there we go. Taking it out of reset. Does not work again. How does it not work on like a second flash? It's the exact same file. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with exclusives hardware? And this is not the only PCB that this happens on. This happens on all the other PCBs. So I am, if anyone on stream has bought the exclusive E8.5, I sincerely hope this is not what you're going to experience, because this is going to be terrible. This is going to be so terrible. Here, I'm going to flash it a third time with the exact same file and see if it works. Let's try again. Let's try again. Alright, it's been flashed. Unplug. Plug it back in. Okay. Does it work? Oh, it does work. What in the world? This is so buggy. So buggy. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on, but here, let me... Okay. That is with the hex file that you grab from KB firmware. Okay? Now we are going to test my file, the file that I wrote. And for me, looking at the difference between the code, there really shouldn't be any difference. Shouldn't be any difference at all. Here, let me just take out all the debugging stuff that I originally put in. All right, I've taken off all the debugging stuff. I'm gonna reset the board. Erase the flash. Now this is with my files. Right? Nothing. Oh, there it is again. The Y. Is it still the same keys that were triggering it? Ahoy, so A should work. And H. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Holy cow. I don't get this. The switch matrix is identical in both cases. Okay, let me just stare at some code really quick. There's gotta be some kind of weird difference. I doubt it. I'll just keep drinking. Hello there, says Bublo. Hello there to you too. Thanks for joining in. And thank you for following as well. Thank you. You are in the middle of me trying to debug the exclusive E8.5 because I'm experiencing some very, very strange flashing. Flashing that I cannot explain right now. The code is the same, but the behavior is different. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's see. Let me here. You know, I do have the VIA stuff enabled here, so why don't I try flashing a non-VIA file? Let's do that. That's what I was flashing on, VIA. So if I do something that's non-VIA, maybe that'll work better. Might it be a cable issue, not making proper contact with the port? I've been using the same cable during like the same across all of my tests. Be very odd if it was. And it's the same issue with all 3 PCBs actually. And in case you're curious, last week I was actually using this cable. So I am experiencing the same stuff regardless of what cable I was using. Let's see. Okay. Reset one more time. Alright. Flashing the non-VIA hex. Okay. This is the non-VIA hex. Still those same keys apparently. Yeah, that's so odd. So odd. Bix TV says, you know if the Tangis are coming back in the store? No, I do not. I have not heard. But TKC does a very good job in letting people know when the restocking happens, so I would actually subscribe to their newsletter, and you should know. You should know a few days before. Okay. So the firmware that I wrote and the stuff from KB firmware is different. In, you know, the KB firmware one sometimes gets the whole board working. So far I've flashed this 3 times with my firmware and it's always worked, but only for 4 keys. So it's like, what the hell is happening? Do I have any advice for someone wanting to build keyboards as a side job? Advertise, and get street cred. And building keyboards is not really enough money for a side job if you're actually trying to use it as a job, to be honest. What to do? Part of me is wondering if it has something to do with, maybe there's a bug in QMK. Maybe there's a bug in QMK core that's doing this. But if that were true, then none of my other boards would work. Let me try flashing another board. Let's flash a completely different board. Let me find something here. There we go. Let's flash a completely different board. This is a KBD67 Mark II RGB with the V2 PCB. So it's still ARM. I can still compile a hex file for it. Let me just figure out where the reset key is. good. Board works. Is there a difference between... Here, hold on. Here we go. Is there a difference between the Durock stabilizers at Novelkeys website to the ones at the Typer website? They should be the same. The only difference with Novelkeys stabilizers is that they're purple. Okay, here we go. That is my KBD67. Where's my reset key? Where is the reset key? There we go. The pipe symbol is the reset key. Perfect. Okay. Let's do that. I am going to flash. Let's see, make KBD fans, KBD67, Mark II RGB / V2 : via flash. Okay. And now we are going to reset. Of course, hold on. Let me actually get the path right. KBD67. Make KBD fans / KBD67 / Mark II RGB / V2. That should be correct. Oh wait, I know why. There we go. We are flashing the board. Bublo says, I'm a student at the moment, so any amount of side cash is great. Kaberber says, there's a group buy for Tangis like a month ago. Should be a good amount secondhand on the market soon. Is there a difference between... Yeah, I already answered that. I want to replace my stock Novelkeys cream springs. Can you recommend some? Stock cream springs are already 70G. 70G is actually my favorite point, to be honest. Oh, hold on. Okay. The board works. So it's not my QMK. It's not my compiler. I am still going to point at either the hardware or there is something I completely missed in my code. It's one or the other. I'm gonna look at the code again, just to be absolutely sure. It's unlikely, but there is a chance. Beadopt says, do you like the NP profile? I don't know what the NP profile is, actually. Okay. Just gonna stare at code really quick here. I really don't think it's anything I've written, just because I don't see why. Here, let's do... Beadopt says, that is not NP profile, that is XDA profile. That was XDA oblique. All right. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try it again. I made a few changes in my code. All I did was actually disable RGB. Well, I disabled the custom RGB. Really hope this works, because this is infuriating, to be honest. Okay. There it is. Reset. Erasing the current firmware. And now we are going to flash the firmware I just built. There we go. And it works. Oh, no it doesn't. It's still the same. Crap. It's the same keys. The same freaking keys. It is the same darn keys. What the heck? Alright. Let's just keep disabling things and see where that goes. This is just retarded. You did a Windows update before sleeping, and the next day Windows does not recognize the keyboard. Try on another PC, and neither. It's my PC broke. It's DZ60V1, by the way. Yeah. If it doesn't work on two PCs, there is a high chance that it's broken. I'd do a little bit more debugging if I were you. Okay. Let's try flashing this one more time. One more time with another hex. Yep, still those same keys. It's almost like there's something with the matrix that's going on. Something with... It's like it's not reading the switch matrix at an appropriate rate. So that means... Hold on. Okay. Just saying it out loud, I might have a solution. Let's see. Hopefully my solution is adequate. Maybe. Next try. Kongpa says, how can I flash it if it's not recognized? That is a big problem. Man, yeah, that's still not going. That is still not going. I think I'm at the point where I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is this. Okay. Okay, so what I've done right now is I've taken the source file from KB firmware, and I'm just gonna try compiling that and see what happens. Because if that works on my machine, then I'm gonna really start thinking that it's something with QMK from 2017 versus QMK from today. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this out. If this doesn't work, I don't know, man. Don't know at all. Okay, while I'm doing this, there were two pretty high profile boards come out this past weekend. The Kahal, a 40% with arrow keys and like a knob, and the Clarabelle, which was like a reverse mini 1800. Did anyone in the audience get in on any of those two boards? Holy crap. Okay. Alright guys, I think it's something with the code, man. It is something with my code. What about my code exactly? I don't know. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna pour myself another glass of mead. For those of you who have watched my show before, I normally drink port. Port typically has an alcohol level of 20%. Mead, the highest I've ever seen mead at was 14%. This is currently at 12, so yeah. Technically drinking less alcohol than usual. Alright. There we go. Okay. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna find the error in this. And it's gonna be something so stupid. And I'm just gonna kick myself once I figure out where I went wrong. But until then, let's do this. Keebio says, I used to be a bartender and we had a guy come in every month for a 1.25 ounce of... Really? Alright, here goes. If you don't know, it's a $22,000. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, really? Was he like a lawyer or so? Or how much is 1.25 ounces? 1.25 ounces, would that be like, would that still be like 200 bucks or something? Guys, it works. Holy crap. It works. I just fixed it. But I don't know how I fixed it. I have no clue how I fixed this. What? What did I fix? I don't know what I fixed. I just... Oh my word. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna compare what I have here with what's in my GitHub, because this is perplexing. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. I'm purposely not showing any code just because I don't know what's going on. So for those of you who are used to seeing me show up code, sorry, maybe not for tonight. Alright, I'm just gonna go compare it with whatever the hell is in my GitHub. Really quick. Let's see. Basically just diffing those two results. Xenophobia says it's got that special bootloader. So all I did was change the config file to match what was in KB firmware. That's what I did. I copy and pasted the config.h file and it just worked. So there's something that I previously had. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really want to figure this out. Why on earth would this suddenly work? At least I've narrowed it down to one file, which is good. It's very, very good. Okay. Okay, hold on. Holy cow. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me just check. This. I totally know what it is. When I created this file, I generated it using the new keyboard script. And the new keyboard script always assumes that your diode direction is call to row. This board is row to call. So this is why nothing worked except for ahoy. Oh my word. That is the reason why. Holy crap. And Zark, I think I may have just figured out why the Duck, Eagle, Raven, and Sidewinder don't work either. I think I might have just figured it out too. Oh my god. Wow. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, let me just revert all these changes. Whew. You're gonna have to bust those out now, I know, right? Oh my god. I literally poked at this for a week, just working on this. No. That's the thing with like streaming. If any of you guys are like programmers out there or are not too sure about programming, there is this concept called rubber ducky programming, and it's so imagine having like a rubber ducky and you put it on your desk, and this whole concept is you need to explain your problems to the rubber ducky. And it's the hope that as you talk about your problems, something clicks in your head. And I realized that all of you guys, all 31 of you, are my rubber duckies. So thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for being my rubber duckies. Yeah. Whitpack says, "Evening, Merlin. How are you doing tonight?" I am doing much better now than I was about an hour ago, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I feel insulted, says Lost Assassin. No, it's a good thing. You guys helped me solve my problems. Okay. So now I've reverted my code. So this is my original code again, but with the diode direction change. Let's see if it still works. Let's see if this still works. This is Merlin's original code from last week, but with the diode direction reversed. Still works. Now nothing works. There, let me check out a couple more files. Wow, I can't believe it. Holy crap. Alright, okay, here goes. Let's flash this baby. Still works. Now nothing works. No, this should work now. This should work now. Firmware file is too large. Ah! What the heck? Okay. Let's see. What can we remove here? Oh. So okay, I'm gonna have to take out console enable and command enable. Let's take that out. Let's take that out. Okay, let's flash it again. Ooh, there we go. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. Let's test it. LTO enable has been set to yes. Oh my god, that feels so good. There's a key missing there. Yeah, oh, that. I am so happy right now. I was legit concerned. Quack quack, I know, right? So not all the keys are working, and I think that's because it's hot swap. I might have ruined some of the hot swap sockets already. Alright. Still not happy, tweezers. Try the hot swaps. There we go. Let's try... There we go. Yep, that was the hot swap socket fail. Yep. 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 Yay. What was that key? Bingo. That's working very nicely. Yeah. Yeah. Overhead frozen. Uh-oh. Overhead has frozen. Let me check that out. That's odd. Uh-oh. It's not quite coming back yet. Camera's turning on just fine. This OBS is being annoying. Whew. It's not fun. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's moving again. Hooray. All right. So you guys can see I have gotten quite far here. You just have to check the space bar. And of course the space bar is not working. 29 raiders from Hugo Keys. Oh my gosh, thanks guys. You guys came at the right time too. I just got my overhead working. Let's see. Hooray. Hugo Stream says, what a big streamer. Not that big, but thank you. Scuffed camera. It's not the camera, it's actually OBS. It's my Camlink 4K. Doesn't really work that well with Mac OS, apparently. So I see a couple of people following. KangPo84, thank you, man. Thank you, man. But my rep is big. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. something wrong with my spacebar. It's not triggering. Just make sure this left key works. Left key also works. You don't know what these guys are programmed to. Let me check the key map really quick. The key map for this is programmed to print, screen, scroll, and pause. That should have all triggered. Very odd. Very odd. Okay. I kind of like this look, guys. Check out my like face cam here. I've got the blue background and I've got like the red glowing up on me. So I do know that my switch matrix is correct, just because Exclusive verified it for me by sending me the exact same switch matrix that I had traced. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that I have it working. In fact, he sent me 2 files, and each file had this space bar in the exact same position. Let's see. He doesn't have the Droshna mod installed. Alright, so earlier I said that this might be the solution to the Duck Raven. I'm gonna pull it out and see. We'll see. If I can even find that PCB, let's see. So here is my stack of PCBs. Is it in here? Is it in here? It is in here. It is, here we go. This guy, this is the, it's listed as an Eagle Viper 2.0. But it's actually for a Raven and a Sidewinder. Alright, we will start with that. Oh my, that is a big stack. Yeah, I have a box of PCBs, of 60% PCBs that I'll be using in like future builds. Pulling them out like a deck of cards. I see your DZ60 and I race you a Duck Sidewinder. Alright folks, today might actually be a pretty huge night if I can get the Sidewinder working. Alright, let me just check in all of my code here. Then I'll revert to my Raven branch. Git push, git force push it. Let's see, here we go. I'm willing to bet that the solution that I use to fix this board is going to be the same solution to fix this board. I think. I'm really hoping. I hope we don't have the ability to commit to master. Alright, let's look at config. My config.h file has the diode direction call to row. So I'm going to switch it to row to call. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's plug it in first. Let's plug this board in. Whew. Pretty nervous. This is a board I've been trying to port for the longest time. But for reasons unknown to me, or just me being inept, I've just been like, okay, don't know what to do. I was actually going to send Zark the same PCB. There we go. Hopefully this is the correct reset procedure. Nope, no device present. Okay, let's try that again. What was the reset for the Raven? The Raven's reset is, according to the README that I wrote, to put the Raven into reset, hold caps lock key while plugging in. Okay, that's correct. That is indeed the correct key. Let me try again. Still no device present. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use a different cable just to be sure. So don't remember it failing this many times. Still no device present. Okay. Really? Please work, please work, please work. Okay. Let's short it on the microcontroller. That's the only way. Shoots. I have to look at an ATmega32U4 source. Pin out diagram. Where is the reset and the ground? The reset and the ground are located on okay. Here, let's try that. Please work, please work. Okay. Still no device present. Okay. Why? That should have done it. Let's try again. Let us try again. Whoa, I ended up using too much power for this. What the heck? Holy cow. Did you guys just see that stream go down? It was like my screen turned black for like 3 seconds. My Tom says yes. Okay. Alright. If I could figure out how to reset this board, then all would be well. Shoots, man. Alright, last try. I really don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go, I got it. Alright. There goes. The moment we've been waiting for. It's flashing. Or it's building right now. It's flashing. It flashed! Okay. So does the board work? That is the next question. Nope, the board doesn't work. Alright, Zark. I think I still need to rely on you to like give me a hand on this. That was not it. Unfortunately. Boom, headshot. Yeah, that was not it, guys. Shoots. I was really hoping that that would be it. Oh well. Oh well, worth a shot. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Alright. Hey, at least I got this guy up and running. Whew. My gosh. I'm so glad that this is done. Alright. Anything, I'm just gonna go back to this and fix up some more of my code. There we go. Whew. Oh my gosh, this is turning out to be a more difficult night than I thought it would be. Well, at least I solved this issue. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, so at this point I've ported about 60. Yeah, I think I've got like 62 or maybe 63 boards. This is the first board where it's row to call instead of call to row. So strange. Even all of Exclusive's boards was call to row. So man, this really tripped me up. Tripped me up big time. Alright. All my boards are row to call. So Zark. Is there any like benefit to doing it one way over the other? Like, why would you go through row to call versus call to row? Not really. It's just preference, right? Alright, I'm just going to flash each of these boards just to make sure that they all work. And while I drink some more. 63. Hey, I was right. I was right. It is 63 boards. I have done 63 boards, and with 900 boards, in QMK, roughly 900 boards, I have ported roughly, what? 7% of them. 7% of the boards have been done by me, roughly. Cool. Cool beans. And with this, it should bring up my number as well. Okay. We're good with this guy. Let's flash this one. Didn't someone recently find out that call to row scans faster? Really? Are you the single biggest contributor? No, I think the biggest contributors, here, let's see if I can pull it up. This is actually something we can pull up. So most of my contributions has been new boards. Like, I've only done one core change, but yeah, most of my contributions is basically just new boards. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Loading the data for you. Here we go. You guys can see that. From August 8th, 2010 till today, June 16th, 2020. See, most of the activity, wow, that spiked around 2017, right over there. Our biggest contributor right now seems to be Jack, followed by Yoshikno. I have no idea who Yoshikno is, followed by Fred. No Roads Left made it to number 4. Droshna is number 5. Scully Days is 6. TMK is number 7. Faux Park is 8. I'm number 9. And Svizer, that's how I pronounce his name, is number 10. Nugis is number 11. But yeah, look at that. Yoshikno is one of the OG TMK contributors. Ah, that's why he's all the way up there. See, look. 701 commits. Let's see. That's 942,000 new lines and 3 million deletions from Jack right there. Let's see, where am I at? I am at 97,000 new lines added and 53,000 deleted. Yeah, so a lot of this is really, what do you call that, new boards. And if you look at my activity right there, I started committing in the middle of 2017. The secret though is I believe I've committed to QMK before under a different account. But under MacMerlin, I started around 2017 right there. Zark says commits are all core, so they go through breaking. Yeah, most of the real work is done by Zark. I'm just a keyboard code monkey. Yeah. See, oh dang, look at that. Looks like Scully is the reason for the spike in 2017. I think that's Scully right there. Look at that. That seems to match up. I'd say part of that might be Fred as well. So Fred and Scully's work, the beginning of 2017, seems to be the reason why that jumped up. But look, 2020, or like around 2018 or so. I wish I could zoom in more. Let's see, can I zoom in? Oh, there we go. So if we looked at, hello, click. Why won't you work? There we go. I guess if we look at just, heck, why won't this work? There we go. If we look at midway 2018 till 2020, No Roads Left is actually our #1 committer, followed by Drashna and Faux Park, Zavizer and me, Scully Daced. Yeah, these are all, yeah. There we go. You can also search by additions or deletions. Instead of additions, if you search for additions, I'm actually the highest contributor. If you do it based off since August 8th, 2010, Jack is still the biggest contributor. Oh, hey, I'm at number 6. Not bad. In terms of deletions, who has deleted the most files? The Drashna has deleted the most stuff. Interesting. Very interesting. See, anything else we can find out through here? Yeah, additions, deletions, commits. I wonder, like, too bad you can't see like commit frequency, because I'm pretty much on a weekly basis, every Tuesday or Wednesday, and anytime in between. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Patrick MT has contributed quite a lot. Patrick MT, I believe, is the developer for Drop. He's the one who is responsible for the alt, the control, and the upcoming shift. These are just additions, and of course there's Nugis and Upas of Canon Keys. Yeah, Upas writes his own firmware, makes his own boards, makes his own case designs. So I am not surprised there. Very cool. Oh, Yankar's up there too, since Yankar makes so many boards. Wilba, of course. Germ. Germ is the proprietor of what's that Canadian company called? Gboards. Cool. Ishtab. Ishtab has a few boards that he's made. Terry Matthews, yeah. He's in there too. Basically, if you're a PCB designer, you will most likely be up here. Like Martin Watt, of course. That Canadian. Very interesting. Let's see, what other things can I extract from here? Look at this. In the last 1 month time period, we have merged 202 pull requests proposed. There were 112 proposed, closed 31 issues, and 35 new issues. It's pretty interesting. Oh look, we can see the number of... With this graph, we can see who is actually doing any work. Okay. Say what's... Yeah, contributors. We were just there. What's community? I've never actually gone through all this. So what's traffic? Oh, look at all this traffic. Git clones. 3,000 clones and 1,400 unique cloners. And the last, what's this, 1 week time period? Cool. Whoa, check it out. Referring sites, Google, Reddit, GitHub, QMK, DuckDuckGo, YouTube. Interesting. Unique visitors, 96. Popular content. People search for Vortex? What? Oh my. What's kita.com and sion.github.io? Interesting. Let's see, commits. What does commits give us? Whoa. This is the total number of commits. $35 commits the week of August 4th. See, this week we have 17 commits. Not bad. How about code frequency? Additions and deletions per week. Okay. Interesting. What does dependency graph do? Dependencies defined in requirements. Okay. I don't know what this means. Dependents. We haven't found any dependents. Dependabot. What's network? Network graph. Timeline of the most recent commits to this repository and its network ordered by most recently pushed to. Shows the 100 most recently pushed forks. Ah, okay. We can see who has been active in the last 100 most active forks. Taking some time to load right there. Give it a few minutes. I wonder if this chart will load. Oh. What's this? Oh, interesting. I don't know how to read this, but my name's on it. These are the people currently working on something with QMK. Like, I'm obviously working on something because I'm streaming about it. Let's see. Sid Carter can spy on people here. What are they working on? Faux Park is working on something. Zark is working on something. I know Yankar just pushed to his fork earlier today, so that's probably it. Heine Bush, he's probably preparing for his Heine TKLs. Great wizard. Who is the great wizard? I am the only great wizard here. Nugis? What's he working on? Yeah, this is a way to find out if there are any new boards in the pipeline, guys. You guys can just browse through QMK. Cocoon PC Rosakin. I know Rosakin's been putting VIA support for all of his Nox 3 boards. So that's probably it. Quirdenker, yep. Jorik. Any other names here? Nope. These are the top 100. I'm probably on top at the moment because you just pushed. How about Forks? Let's look at Forks. What's going on here? All the forks. Well, this network is huge. We're showing only some of this network's repos. Yeah, this is a lot. Cool. Very cool. I think I learned something today, guys. Not all the forks. Guys, today MacMerlin learned something. MacMerlin learned that if the board is not responsive, it's probably time to look at the diode direction. Get the last few drops right there. Cool. Tonight has been very enlightening, but as I said, I was gonna try and flash all of these boards really quick. So here we go. Let's actually get to doing that. But the boards can all work once again. It's funny, like a lot of designers send me like their PCB so that I can get QMK on it. I think this might be a good opportunity for me to learn some CAD, and I'll just make like aftermarket cases for these PCBs. Though the need of the community isn't so much an aftermarket case for a group buy PCB, but rather the other way around, where people need extra PCBs for these cases. Okay, let's build this. Let's reset it. Reset. Flash. Singapore says, "What's up, Merlin?" Hey man, today I almost got your KMac working, but my newfound knowledge did not help me, unfortunately. Yep, that works. That works. Okay, so as I was examining these PCBs, I did notice there are quite even though the switch matrix is the same, they're not all built the same. So if you are a purchaser of this group buy, this might relate to you. For both the soldered and the standard hot swap version, the microcontroller is much larger. It's a different package. Whereas the Sangan one has a much smaller microcontroller, which is one reason why I didn't pick this to do any of my tracing, because there would have been no way, if you guys can see that, there would have been no way for me to poke at any of those pins. Alright, we are going to try this board next. I'm Baymax says, I'm looking for a 65% kit around 100 to 300. Any recommendations besides the Tofu 65 and or the NK 65? Those are the two best recommendations at the moment. Aji says, I'm in my blue swing chair watching you. Thank you. Right. Savage 65 will be back as well. Cool. Right. I just flashed the board. Alright, it works. Yay, I have 3 working boards again. Yes. I'm so happy. Alright, guys. Wow. I actually, okay, to be honest with all of you, I did not expect to solve this tonight, so I am ecstatic. Alright, just to celebrate, and now that I'm out of mead, I will now drink some rosé. Just a little bit though, I'm trying not to drink more than 2 per night. There we go. Merlin, do you have a Savage 65 build? No, I do not. Okay, so here's my thing about Savage 65s. Don't tell Upas. He might be offended. I like Upas's stuff. Like, I've got a Satisfaction 75, but the thing about Canon keys is that I feel like the internals are very high quality, but the case itself feels rather cheap. Like, that's the reason why I'm using a Xeno right now instead of a Satisfaction 75. Like, the Satisfaction 75 has more features for sure, but I care very much about case quality, case manufacturing, how it looks, and all that. And the Savage 65, the Brutal, all of those boards don't really do it for me. I think my favorite Canon keys board might be the Chimera. Actually, that one actually looked really good. Hugo Key says, I've said that about everything coming out of Canon Key. Sometimes A stock feels like B. Okay, yeah, looks like I'm not alone in that sentiment. What one did you say was in front of you? This is the Xeno 75%. It is an Ion keyboard. If that name sounds familiar to you, it's because Ion has partnered with Rama to create the Ion Zenith, which is a 65% with macro keys, gasket mount. Yeah, this is an Ion board. Look at that. This is the kind of board I like. In fact, I sold my Duck Octagon V2 so that I could buy this board. Yep, Xenophobia did the keyboard command. Why didn't he go with Zeal again? I don't know. Actually, I do know. Zeal is not doing any more keyboards. I think after Xeno, he kind of realized how tedious it was, so he's not doing any more keyboards. And besides, Rama/Foundry is doing a hell of a good job. You know? Yeah, here, let me show you the difference between... I think this is my Satisfaction, I'm not sure. To be honest, I probably should just sell my Satisfaction. I don't use it very often. But it's such a unique board that I can't bear to sell it. There you go, see, that's the Satisfaction right there. See, it's a lot lighter. Not that lighter means lower quality, but I know there's just something about the Xeno that makes it feel so much more high quality than this. Like even with the brass Ramen knob, it doesn't do it for me. It's something weird. Give it to you then if I don't like it. It does have the smoothest switches I have ever made though. These are Gateron inks with the UHM WPE stem. Super smooth. Xenophobia says the Xeno looks a lot more sleek. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a lot heavier too. But to be fair, I do like the Satisfaction layout better. I like how the arrow keys are like split out like this. I see that Ventrium followed. Thanks for following. Nice. Also saw I like Rust2 has followed. Yeah. What's your opinion on WKL aesthetics? I can't do WKL because, okay. So as you can see on both my boards, I have a super key on each. This is what I use as my command key since I use macOS. Yeah, I don't particularly like WinKeyless, but I do like blockered layouts. Mac cannot live without command key, absolutely. Yeah, because you need your command key for spotlight search, you need it for copy paste, you need it for find, you need it for what else? You need it for so many things. Yeah, you kind of need all the mods on macOS. I agree. I agree. Like I use Control, I use Command, and I use Alt a lot. Yeah. So yeah, I greatly prefer my Xeno over my Satisfaction. But I like the switches on my Satisfaction more than my Xeno, actually, to be honest. So I don't know. There may come a day where I swap them out, but that's a pretty big job. I'm also number 21 of 250 for Satisfaction, which is the legal drinking age, which I think is pretty cool. Any word on when the NK65 is getting launched? As per Novelkeys' statement this morning, when he announced his restock, there is no news. But it is still slated for the end of the month. So this is what I do here, guys. I have the Canon key sleeve. And on top of that, to give it more protection, I put it in a TX case. I'm Baymax says, where did you see this announcement? It is the Reddit post that NK did earlier this morning. He restocked inks, creams, blueberries, and a few other items. At this moment, I am still debating if I should buy more inks. I have an ID80 coming in, actually. So the ID80 is another 75% keyboard. I ordered it back in February. It's finally coming in. It's currently located in San Francisco. It just made it past the International Service Center. I'm hoping I'll get it by Friday or at the latest Monday of next week. It's going to be my beater board, quote unquote. Pessimism says, do you have any tips of a first-time builder solderer? Savage65 will be my first time putting together a board. I recommend that if you are inexperienced in soldering, you should consider a hot swap board first, because that will teach you the basics of how a board comes together. Hugo Key says, pay someone to do it. Yes, you can also pay someone to do it. I am located in Seattle, Washington. So if you are anywhere close to here, send me a message and I can build your board. Yeah. Xenophobia says, pay McMerlin to do it. Don't worry, I do not solder boards while I'm drinking. Yeah, okay. Actually, why don't I show off this Saturday's build? Do you accept payments and virgins? No, I do not. This Saturday's build I actually picked up locally. I seem to get lots of local customers these days. This is from Charles on the KBD fans Discord. Sent me Gateron black switches. Full on milky. So I've never actually seen Gateron black full on milkies before, so this will be interesting. They seem like they've already been pre-lubed. Not sure. But the board that this is going into is a... Here. The board this is going into is a KBD67 Mark II. This is the i03 PCB right there. That, as you guys may have seen earlier, I am the owner of the hot swap variant of this board. So I am quite excited to build an i03 PCB. Yeah, so let's see. Back when this board first came out, only the soldered version had an ESD protection chip. The ESD protection chip is usually closely connected to the USB port, so it's right over there. So I don't understand why any of the V1s didn't have an ESD protection chip. But now, if you were to buy the KBD67 Mark II brand new, even the hot swaps will have ESD protection. So this is what I'm building this Saturday. This is for a local customer. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I believe, like, I don't really want to take apart the whole thing right now, but it looks to be a gray case. A gray case. There's the plate that's connected to it. Yeah, I was talking about NK a while ago. If you guys are looking for stabs, he also restocked stabs, but unfortunately, as of 3 hours ago, he only had 2U stabs left. All of his 6.25 and 7U stabs are long gone. Yeah, alright. See, thick booty liquor just followed. Thanks, man. Hugo Key says, can I shield myself then? I have stabs. Yeah, sure. Send me the link on Discord, because I only let mods shield their URLs on stream. Zeal PC. Hey Henry, thanks for joining in. As you can see, I finally built the Xeno. Check it out, man. This is the replacement to my Duck Octagon, so I'm very pleased with it. Thank you very much. I know you had a lot of issues running it, but I think it turned out really well. I'm very pleased. This is actually also the second time, only the second time I've ever used your stabilizers, and so far so good. I've actually taken off keycaps at least 6 times so far, and no stabs have fallen apart, no wires have come off, so they're good. Yeah, this will probably be my daily driver for a long time. See, I'm Bay Maxus. I'm hoping that NK65 V2 makes 400 units. I sure hope they make more than that, just because everyone's talking about it. Everyone wants to buy the budget option at under 100 bucks. That's like the board to buy. Zeal says, to be honest, I think the issue is from people using it with HPs, the premature bottom out with the pole. Really, I am using alpacas on mine, and the only issue that I encountered while building was that I felt that the plate, the brass full plate, was too tight. Every time I put the alpaca switches in, I needed to use a tweezer to make sure that the clips actually went into the hole. Other than that, I didn't really encounter any issues. And the surprise about this was I didn't know that you had a daughter board. I thought it was just one whole PCB. Adds added stress on stab wires. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Will the NK65 entry have color choices? No, it will not. It will only come in purple. But future releases will come in different colors. What those colors are, I have no clue. But I'm secretly hoping for a yellow one, because yellow is my favorite color. In fact, this is the keyboard that GMK Merlin is supposed to go on. If only I had GMK Merlin. You're okay with the purple polycarbonate? Yeah, make sure you get your stabilizers, because I don't think it comes with stabilizers. Singapore says, still no tracking info for GMK Merlin? No, I do not. All I've gotten is an email from Route. So the email from Route said that it was shipping. The email from Kono said they were getting it ready to ship. Neither of the emails actually had a tracking number for me. So, yeah, it really sucks because this morning my coworker, you know, the guy who lives in the same state as me, who I work with in the same office, sent me a photo of GMK Merlin on his keyboard. I'm like, what the heck? Why do I not have it? My Tom says, honestly, I think the PC NK65 will be flipped if it's not in stock. Singapore says, that's gotta suck. Yeah, I know, it does suck, because, you know, I honestly think, like, if you guys paid attention to the group buy, you know that I had a lot of problems with Kono. Like, I had no doubt that Kono would pull through. It's just that the process from start to finish has been riddled with inconsistencies and troubles that I personally feel I should not have had to go through. Zeal PC, I see you following. Thanks, man. KVS says, that's so crazy that you didn't get your set yet. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. Didn't they have outdated renders of your kits? What renders? Hayashi, thanks for following. Singapore says LOL, okay. Hiroki said, did Kono at least only release your set when it was supposed to? Yes and no. There's a lot more to the story. Those close to me know exactly what happened, but I'm not exactly comfortable talking about it on a live platform like this. Brain slowly reaching the vendor. The blender, I mean. What we drinking tonight? I started off with Hierophant Mead, which I very quickly demolished. So now I am on Yellowtail Rosé. This is the cheap stuff here. This thing, I think this entire bottle was like $5 compared to this being $17 or so. No, I did not drink whole 2 bottles. This one had maybe a third of it left, which allowed me maybe two and a quarter glasses. This one I could probably do another 2 or 3 glasses. We'll see. Uh-oh. My drink still says Bundaberg. Oh well. Okay, so the reason why I've got this, okay, right? I started doing this series, porting via port. Before via, I could just drink port, but with via, I needed to drink something else. So I picked a rosé, mainly because Via, or Olivia, the creator of Via, is well known for being a lover of rose gold. And number 2, I picked Yellowtail because the other half of Via is Wilbur, who is from Australia, and Yellowtail is from Australia. So I figured I'd pick this up. You can tell it's a cheap stuff with no cork or rubber cork. That's true. Yeah, this is probably one of the cheapest wines I have ever purchased. I just thought it would be more appropriate for like what I was representing here. Yeah, but this thing was really good. This is a local meadery all the way down in southern Washington. It's basically about a 15-minute drive outside of Oregon. They are located in what was the location there? I think it was Battleground, Washington. Oh, no way, guys, check this out. I did not know this, but look. There is actually a town in Washington called Mead. This is manufactured in Mead, Washington. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just have to look this up. There's no... Okay, let's go look it up. Let's go on Maps. Google Maps. Where is Mead, Washington? That's so crazy. There we go. Let me just show you guys. There. Well, look. Okay, so it's not really southern Washington. It's more eastern Washington. So the company Hierophant is actually in southern Washington, but the manufacturing is all on the east. So it's still about what, like a 5-hour trip from Portland? Check it out. Does it taste like rosé? No, meat doesn't taste like rosé. If it's not bottled in mead, is it just sweeter beer? That's funny. So it tastes like sweet wine. Mead? So keep in mind, mead is actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the very first alcoholic beverages that humankind has created. Like, if you go like centuries or thousands of years ago, like mead actually predates red wine, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's Zeal says it's $5. I do notice that the meads are on the cheaper side. So not only are they cheaper, but they're also harder to find, which I think is what makes it cooler when you do find it. Mead Merlin. Yeah, Mead Merlin for sure. Cool beans. So Zeal, while we have you on stream, how goes those 3-in-1 switches that I've seen you talk about? And if I'm not mistaken, were these the switches that you showed me during the Vancouver meetup? Still a work in progress, but soon. Cool. Yes, sorta. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Very cool. Right, okay. I think this will be my last glass of wine. When I'm finished drinking it, I'll call it quits. But I am having a good time here. Having a good time here. I've already done what I thought I was gonna do. Actually, I didn't think that I would actually succeed in porting this PCB. I thought this was gonna be one of those where I was just stuck. And I'd have to tell exclusive, hey, sorry man, can't do it. Not smart enough. How does your head stay cool? You're talking about this? This hat? It's not, it's really thin. All right, I'm gonna take off my hat, but it's still gonna be me, guys. It's not gonna be a different person, okay? Okay? So when I take it off, it's still gonna be Mech Merlin. Here, I'm gonna take it off. Here we go, here we go, here we go. See, look, it's, if I hold it up, I can almost see through the fabric. I can almost see through the fabric. Hugo Key says, who is that? Where's Merlin? Yeah. I can actually see through the fabric. What if I just did my stream like this the whole time? Right, actually, here, let me switch it to the webcam only mode. Does the hat smell like sweat? Not really. It's like I don't sweat much in it just because it's so thin. Doesn't really matter. Plague Dr. Merlin. Plague Wizard, you mean? Yeah. Okay. So, if anyone out there can like help me out, I have long desired to make keyboard sleeves that also double as a wizard hat. I would so love sleeves like that. Or like, you know, or like a wizard hat that you could store keyboards in. So when you go into a meetup, you would have a keyboard in here. like obviously you can't put like a whole TKL in, so maybe just like a 60% or like a 40%. But yeah, speaking about my hat, last summer meetup, there were a bunch of guests here in town. We had Jay of Top Clack flew from the UK. We had 159 of Project Keyboards come in. We had Mike of Novelkeys. We had Dixie of Dixie Mag. We had a bunch of people, and it was hilarious. When I joined them for like lunch, the common thing that they all said was, "I wish you had walked into the restaurant in your wizard hat." And I'm like, you know, if I was more confident, I probably would have. Stash Builds Board says, hello, Merlin. Hello to you, too. Glad to see you online. I'm just finishing up my glass here. You showed up without the hat. Okay, so I showed up to lunch and to dinner without the hat. But after the meetup, when we did our like bar hops and stuff, that's when I wore my hat. Geekster says, is that the Xeno? Yes, this is the Xeno. This is the legendary Xeno, which has now become my go-to board, my daily driver. One thing that I am unhappy about, this is RGB over here. It is one single RGB light, and you can't even, like, the way it's programmed in VIA, you can't even set an effect, because I wish that this would like breathe, or it would cycle through colors, or it would do some kind of rainbow, but no, it's just one LED. So the best I can do is set it to single colors. Right now it's a blue, so it's, yeah, it's not very useful to me. Though I think if I have more time tomorrow or something, I could set it to be like a layer indicator. So if I pressed like the FN key, it would change colors. Yeah, but we'll see if I have time for that. Because right now it's not really useful. 26 raiders from I Am Me, You're You just joined. Dude, I'm about to end my stream, but thank you so much. Hold it right there, I'm almost, that's what everyone is saying. What the heck? Kangpa says, wow, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. You can totally do that, but that's not doable through QMK Configurator or through VIA. That's something that you need to code up yourself. Keep pressing that button. I'm almost done. This slurred Merlin is 1010. Thanks. Hey, just hold that right there. I'm almost done. What is this reference? What? Let's see. I Am Me, You're You subscribed to Tier 1. They've subscribed for 9 months. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Merlin's got to go for another 26 minutes. Dude, I don't have that much more to drink. What do you expect me to do here? I Am Me, You Are You. Good to see you, man. I feel like I haven't seen you since NorCal. I think I've like popped up on your stream maybe once or twice. Langlandia. What happens in 26 minutes? I have no idea. No idea. What do you guys want to happen in 26 minutes? Giveaway or something? Who do you think I am? Teha? What board is that? Says Hayashi. Hayashi, this is the Xeno 75 from Zeal PC and Ion Keyboards. I'll say it again, if you've heard of Ion Keyboards before, it's probably because Ion and Rama are doing a group buy of the Zenith. 26 minutes for 26 raiders? What? Okay. Sure, I can hang on for 26 more minutes. It's only Tuesday night. What else am I gonna do, right? Ooh, I see the 3 dots now, says Hayashi. Yeah, there we go. That is the Ion logo. And as I was saying earlier, I don't appreciate that it's only one RGB light. I wish it was at least 3 so I could do more with it. Can't see The 3 dots from the typical angle, I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Yeah, that disappointed me too. Thornkin, I assume you have a Xeno as well. Does the top match the bottom? Like the anodization? That's actually something I haven't checked. But here, you guys be the judge. Let me turn on the lights. Here we go. The camera top lights. Here, you guys be the judge. Does the top match the bottom? What do you guys think? I think it's pretty spot on, to be honest. Ah, focus. Focus. You can see my fingerprinted. It's my fingerprinted weight. The drapes do indeed match. Oh boy. Wow, fingerprints. I know, man. Dude, I like built this board with the gloves. And cause the plate was so tight, I just gave up like 3/4 of the way through. Save it to unlock Merlin's phone. Clean it with more fingerprints. Yeah. This is totally the way to clean it. Yeah. But yeah, so far I'd say this is the board that I will use the most. It is an adequate replacement for my Octagon V3, or V2 I mean. You know, reasons why I sold my Octagon V2. Number 1, 11-degree typing angle versus 7-degree typing angle. Number 2, native QMK versus non-native QMK. USB-C versus mini B on the Octagon, and just basically like a better PCB design. What switches does this have? If you do my exclamation point keyboard, you will see all of the specs of the board I'm currently using. This one is 205G0 thick filmed alpaca switches, and it's got ePBT black on white with the GMK clue board modifiers. Yeah. You know, sometimes black and white is just way too boring. I guess the same thing can be said about white on black. You know, I am waiting for GMK Merlin, so hopefully that comes in tomorrow. Knock on wood. Yeah, I feel like I am the only person in the world who bought GMK Merlin and has not received a tracking for GMK Merlin. The black on white is clean AF. I would stick with black on white, but ePBT has some warping issues. So as you can see, one of the reasons why I'm using the GMK clue board spacebar is because my spacebar is warped. My left shift is also exhibiting some warp, and so is my enter key. So yeah, none of my ePBT sets are free from warp, which is one reason why I will probably never buy another ePBT set again. But ePBT Ivory, I think I might buy just because I do want to support elephants. You know, that is something we need to support. But other than that, I might just buy it and sell it. Hoping that NK65 will have a polycarb black in the future. Does PBT just warp more in general? Yes, it does. I don't know, it's just the way it's made. It's not only is the material prone to warpage, but the manufacturing process and the QC is a lot poorer than GMK. So just a combination of those two make it, I'd say it's not a very good set. What do I think of Palm keycaps? My only experience with Palm keycaps is that on a Desco board, and those were very, very slippery, if I say so myself. Other than that, I don't think they were bad, to be honest. Just make warped PBT molds, it'll counter the warp. PBT doesn't have crooked text though, I guess. What do you think of other PBT caps like Infinikey? Unfortunately, I do not have any experience with Infinikey. My only other PBT caps are MT3SA and DSA. So all those other ones seem to be fine. Taihao, no, I do not have any PBT Taihaos. Oh, hold on, wait. Is Cubic black on white PBT? Here, this is the set that I got from NK. According to NK, it is double shot ABS. Okay, never mind. Upos and Ren are doing PBT now. Yeah, it's like I like PBT. Okay, so for the longest time, I've been a PBT user just because I am shine averse. Like I don't like shiny keycaps, but I've realized that warpage is more of an issue for me than shinage. Taihao definitely has warping of the spacebar, but support was awesome and sent me a new one quickly. Awesome. That is very good. What about CRP? I have no experience with CRP either, but from what I've heard from the grapevine, CRP is much better than ePBT. Speaking of which, I believe, I think Drop has a CRP drop right now. Let me check real quick. Drop had the peacock thing going on a while ago. I think that might be done. No, wait. Here we go. Let me post this set. Tulip and Peacock is still going on, so if that's something you guys want, check it out. I'd buy it too, but I think the colors are just way too mundane. Here we go. Yeah. Manufacturing is great, but the colors just don't speak to me. I feel like I have too many of these types of set already. Yeah, it's just not worth it to me, to be honest. With 80 bucks, I could spend maybe 20, 30 bucks more and get like an Infinikey set. Apparently the drop pictures are pretty bad compared to what you get. Probably. Yeah, as soon as I get GMK Merlin, I'm taking off this set and putting it on. Yeah, I am currently on the lookout for more JTK sets, to be honest. One in particular is JTK Angel. otherwise known as pink on white. If anyone in the audience has JTK Angel, please send me a ping. I'm trying to populate this particular board. Hold on. I'm trying to populate this particular board. This is a pink Tofu 60 that originally had white on black on it. I would like JTK Angel so that I could color match it a bit more. Yeah, because right now it's kind of missing keycaps. You use your tofu as a meat cleaver. Very nice. See a couple more people following. Flazion, thanks man. All right. Let's see what time is it. It's 9:55. Yeah, I think it's a good time to like end the stream, right? Has it been 26 minutes yet? Do I really have to do 26 minutes? What are your thoughts on the Mysterium TKL? I built quite a few of CFTKB's boards. My favorite being the Discipline. One thing I don't like about it is that the build process seems very long. I'm not a fan of soldering all of these diodes on, as you guys can see. This is very time consuming and it is not a very enjoyable process for me. So CFTKB, Cozy Fanaturi actually said he would send me a Mysterium, but I rejected it just because I didn't want to build it. You know, to be honest. So I figured, like, it's great. It's great if you enjoy this kind of stuff, to be honest. But for me, me personally, I would shy away from it. Like, this is probably the largest THT I would build. Anything more than this, I'd probably be like, nope, won't do it. Won't do it. Like, okay. Maybe if you made like a 75% board, I would consider it, but yeah. Yeah, this is my Discipline 65 with the GMK Olive. This was actually my daily driver before I got this. If any of you guys have seen like the Protozoa board, it's basically a top mount case for the Discipline 665. Unfortunately, it's like $300. I'm actually looking to get it because as much as I love this board, I am not a big fan of plastic. You know? So hopefully by the time it goop buys, I will have money to buy it. Bublo says, any problems with soldering on the white PCB or leftover flux? That's what I'm scared of. The most above faulty diode or something. I did not have any problems at all, and the leftover flux I just cleaned away. What I typically do during a build stream is I use a toothbrush and isopropyl alcohol, and I thoroughly clean the PCB as best as I can. and then I use Q-tips to clean all of that stickiness off. Is there a date for that GB for the protozoa? No, there is not. Kankpa says, what keyboard would you recommend to enter GB that is 75% or TKL? At this point, let's see, what's an upcoming 75? An upcoming 75 would most likely be the Primus or the Evolve, or possibly the Dawn, but the Dawn looks like it kind of dropped off the radar. So those are the three 75s I would. Yeah, I think forget the Dawn. Just the Primus. Just the Primus and what's the other board that I mentioned? Primus and Evolve. Yeah, those two. In terms of TKL, I'm not very well versed in any of the TKLs, to be honest. TKL is one of my least favorite layouts, but I think the TKL that people have been talking about the most is a rerun of a KBD 8X from KBD fans and the Heine TKL. See, Heine and Iron 180. Oh yeah, the Iron 180. That's another one. What about the Jaguar? I've never heard of this Jaguar. Let me look up Jaguar. Jaguar Geek Hack. Both will be pretty hard to get. Yeah. So just full disclosure, I recently purchased a key cult, so I'm hoping that I'll be building that on stream sometime soon. Let's see, what is mtrove time linking to me? Angel Keycat, really, dude, thank you so much. But it's $88. Holy crap, that is $30 more expensive than Originative had. Very cool, thank you. I will get on this right now. Very nice, thank you. Thank you so much. KBD 75 is an option too. They might be in stock right now. I would save your money actually. I would wait for the Bella. Mainly because the Bella will have ESD protection, KBD 75 will not. Very cool. Alright. This is great. Amtroff time, I will probably be buying this after the stream. I've been posting on Discord channels asking for like JTK Angel, but no one has replied to me of yet. The people who I found on Mech Market have completely ignored me. So yeah, this is great. Let's see, what other sets does Mechanical Keyboard sell? You've got Charred Orange, which I already have. Got B-Rad, they got Toxic, they got Devil. Okay, yeah, none of that interests me more than Angel. Awesome. You're about the 26-minute mark. Awesome, because I just finished drinking it. Drinking my entire glass. Looks like I still have maybe 2 more glasses left of this. I will save this for another porting via port stream. Because there will be many more. Next week's porting with ports will be actually, I will save that as a surprise. He's got 4 more minutes. So Xenophobia. I feel like you're just messing around with me. Alright, I'm just gonna add this angel to my cart here. Please choose your options for angel keycap set. MK sticker and MK pin? What? Let's go with the sticker. Add to cart. Alright, it is in my cart. Enter a creator code. Support a creator with this order. Coupon code. Interesting. Dorn can subscribe with Twitch Prime, currently on a 1-month streak. Thank you, man. Quick run a Luddite giveaway. Any good starter boards? Don't really mind the sizes. Okay, so if you follow me on Discord, or if you're on my Discord server, I have recently found a board that I have much. Xenophobia says Mac Merlin, enter credit card number. Yeah, sure. Okay. One board that I recently found is the Z88. Here, let's look at the white one. Okay. So the reason why this caught my attention is because this is more of a enthusiast layout. Check it out. The arrow keys have a blocker right there, right? And the F keys are separated away and they're all like grouped in 4s. This is not something that you normally see on an OEM layout. I've been low-key wanting to buy this. These are like, what? This is like a $50 board, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look here. Here we go, here we go. This one's $49.99 for a black one. I think what I'm gonna do is I might buy this and actually finally make that PCB with all of the PCB design knowledge that I've been trying to gather. For the last 3 months, I have been learning PCB design. So, you know, this might be an actual example that I can see if I learned anything on, to be honest. Desolder it and put some switches that cost more than the board. Holy pandas. Yeah. Yeah, right now, if like anyone is looking for a low key budget board, this is probably what I would recommend. And I think the only person who's got a review on it is Tay Keyboards, and he showed that it had like a daughter board along with it. So if I could make a PCB, I could just make it connect to the daughter board. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Alright. Well, let's see. How many people are watching today? 52 viewers. Wow. Let's see. I know a few of you have been here since the very beginning. Thank you so much for supporting. I know this was not my typical stream. This is more of a debugging stream, to be honest. Did not expect to solve the problem tonight, but thank you for being my rubber duckies. If you guys don't know what that means, definitely rewatch this stream. My next stream should be this coming Thursday. I will be playing more Switch games, because as we all know, the best gaming Switch is the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, tune in if you want to see Mac Merlin play some Switch games. Nintendo is doing a summer sale right now, so a lot of games that I've been waiting to get for cheaper are actually showing up. So we will see what I choose. Yeah, it could be another JRPG or it could be another fighting game. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in. Hopefully I will see you this coming Thursday. Alright, goodbye now.